1027 WNEW, the Rock of New York. Atlanta's own Sean Mullins and Lullaby. Every time we play that song, people call up like crazy. Who does that song, Rockabye? Sean Mullins, Lullaby. His CD's called Soul's Core. It's Opie, it's Anthony.
Good afternoon.
Well, the figures are in from yesterday's show.
What figures?
We're kind of like the stock market here, the Opie and Anthony show. We keep track of the new listeners we're gaining every afternoon, and all the listeners we're losing.
The ups and downs. Have we had a correction?
Well, yesterday we lost more listeners than gained.
Oh.
We gained 220 new listeners yesterday.
Losers outnumbered gainers.
Yes, and 240 old listeners said goodbye to NEW because of yesterday's show. So we're down 20.
Damn, how'd that happen?
The Opie and Anthony listener stock market is down 20 today, so we need a little rebound, right?
Yeah.
And just going through the email here, we got to say goodbye to Jonathan Holisek.
What offended him?
You're both sophomoric morons. You just cost NEW an 18-year loyal fan. I know you don't care, but at least I got to tell you. Good luck in kindergarten next year. Ouch, that hurt. Also got to say...
I say to him.
Also got to say goodbye to Grace because of your lewd, juvenile, and downright mean discussion about the conjoined twins the other day. I am boycotting WNEW. I was a listener for 15 years. Grow up. I hope some personal tragedy like having a deformed baby is not what it takes to give you ignoramuses. Empathy. With sincere anger.
Wow, that's a neat little signature.
Grace Ann Sandri. Goodbye, Grace. Sorry to see you go.
My mom had a problem with the conjoined twin show we did yesterday.
We lost your mom as a listener yesterday?
As far as I know, she called me up this morning. And I didn't really like what you guys were talking about yesterday. Like, all right, Mom, turn off the radio.
Yeah, that's why I don't
listen.
I have a hard time calling my parents at this point because they give me a critique on the show every day.
Yeah, and of course there's something that's going to offend my mom.
Yeah. Well, that's all right.
And then she goes so far as to say that she had a child that was born without a head, you. I'm like, all right, Mom, thanks.
Very nice. Also, this email coming in. Where did you get the Clinton cigar story from? I have not seen this in the papers.
It's exclusive.
No, well, what it is you go online to the Drudge Report, www.drudgereport.com. This guy's a media dude.
Yeah.
That tells it like it is. I mean, all the big news organizations have the story of Monica pleasuring herself with Clinton's cigar while he was pleasuring himself in the corner.
They're all sitting on the cigar.
Yeah.
They don't want to put it out in the papers and the news because it's offensive to people.
Yeah.
They'll start losing readers and listeners just like we do.
Right. But the Drudge Report reported that. The guy is pretty accurate. He was the guy who first reported the stained dress that Monica kept. So the guy is right on with his information.
Yeah.
And that's where we go for the latest on the whole affair. So
yes.
All right? So if you're online, you can check it out for yourself if you don't believe us, the whole cigar story. Wow, we got lots to do today. Up next, we got to talk about what I saw in the Guinness Book of World Records.
I saw that show.
All right, little tease. We'll do that next. Request line is 212-757-1027. Fax is 212-957-WNEW.
Instant feedback, WNEW.com.
All right, and on the way, we got REM and Collective Soul next. Stay there. 1027 WNEW, the Rock of New York in the seventh inning. Angels 6, Yankees 2. They're on a bit of a slide, a little slump for the boys.
That's all right. How many do they have to lose? Like 70?
Yeah, they got to lose 70 out of the remaining 30-something games.
Yeah.
I think they're just bored at this point and want the playoffs to begin tomorrow.
Yeah.
Also, in baseball news, Sosa hit another one. He's up to 52, one behind McGuire. And there you go. It's Opie, it's Anthony. We got to get right into it. Now, on Dateline on Monday, Monday night, we saw the two-headed girl.
Right.
And I was convinced that I would never see anything stranger or sicker in my life.
No, you were so wrong.
But last night, on TV.
Regular TV, not cable.
Regular TV, not cable. Any kid in the world could tune in the Guinness Book of World Records last night and see the guy that takes his face apart. Did anyone else see this last night? I was in the middle of eating dinner and I almost got sick. And I'm pretty much desensitized. I can handle anything. I almost lost it last night.
That's not a Guinness Book of World Records show. That's not the show. I mean, isn't it? It's supposed to be about world records. Remember when you used to get the book every year with the updates and leave it in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
I used to call it it used to paralyze me because I'd sit on the bowl so long reading that my legs would fall asleep and I'd fall off.
You get off the bowl and you look like a newborn calf.
Yeah. Yeah, walking, falling all over the bathroom. My legs fell asleep. Oh, pins and needles, pins and needles.
And you had the butt hickey from staying on the bowl too long.
Big red butt hickey. It was done a long time ago, but, I was just engrossed in reading this.
Yeah.
But it was world record.
Yeah, it was like
who could hold their breath the longest? The tallest guy.
The fat twins.
The fat twins on the little mini bike.
Yeah.
The big fat guy buried in the piano case.
Yeah.
Chang and Hang, the Siamese twins.
Yeah.
Chang and Hang. But what does a guy taking his face apart have to do with Guinness Book of World Records?
I don't know, but basically they showed prostheses that you snap on, okay? And they started with, guys snapping on and snapping off their ears, which was pretty sick, because then you could see the hole of the ear that goes right to the middle of your head. Yeah, and they had the snapping sound, and it was just like, okay. And then they teased this guy that takes apart his face. Turns out this guy, most of the front of his face was destroyed by cancer, which is very tragic, obviously. He had a hole in the middle of his face. He was missing his nose that you could fit a softball through. Oh. And he proceeded to take his face apart. Like he was wearing Groucho Marx glasses, and he took that apart, and there was just a big, massive hole in the middle of his head.
The surgeon must have used a spade shovel on this guy to do whatever surgery he was doing.
I couldn't believe it. It was it was absolutely the sickest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Oh, George in Springfield says the Guinness show is so bad. Guinness Records is just a pleasant name for what it really is, a carnival freak show on television.
Yeah, because already they've shown on the show the world's largest tumor, the lady that had the 300-pound tumor removed. I don't know why that's a world record or why you'd want to go for that record.
Well, even that you could say, bizarrely enough, the biggest tumor ever.
Yeah.
But the guy that puts a drill in his nose, it's a freak show.
Yeah, of course it is. Next week they're going to have the flesh-eating virus.
What does that have to do with setting a world record?
I don't know, but
the biggest piece of your body that was eaten away by the flesh-eating virus?
Well, they got some good footage that's going to be on next week. So. Hi, NEW.
Hi, I'd just like to say to Opie and Anthony that I had seen things like Saving Private Ryan and a bunch of different, disgusting things in my life. But nothing ever made me quite as sick as seeing a man take himself apart on television.
How sick was that? It was Mr. Potato Head. He actually removed the whole front of his face, basically.
I know. Disgusting. I almost threw up.
That was the rudest thing ever on television. The guy took off his nose. And then what did he unlatch his upper teeth, and he had a big hole in the front of his face?
Like we said, you could fit a softball through the middle of his face.
It looked like someone used a sand wedge on his face.
Yeah, I think that's the sickest thing I've ever seen, I gotta admit. All right, well, thanks for checking in.
Thanks.
Bye. Yeah, a lot of people are freaking out today. I have a little homework assignment for the computer geeks that are online right now.
Right.
Find pictures of the guy that was on the Guinness Book of World Records last night that could remove his face.
On the web?
On the web. I know it's somewhere on the web, and if you find it, please either instant feedback us or give us a call so we could share this with the rest of the listeners, because I'm sure a lot of people missed the show last night.
Yeah, give us the site address, and we'll go right to it and check it out.
And maybe we'll even give you a prize if we can find something in the promotions department, okay?
Oh, John in New York says the record he had was the most prostheses. He had the most prosthetic devices.
Oh, I see.
Did he? Who knows?
I don't know. All I know is he took the whole middle part of his face off, and then he took out his teeth. It was just a mess. And then I guess he had a snap-on ears, too, right?
Oh, you got to look just so.
Jeez. I challenge anyone out there to tell me something sicker they've seen on TV, on regular TV. You're not going to find it, I don't think, right?
No.
All right. On the way, we got the Police and that new band Everything singing about Hooch next. 1027 WNEW, The Rock of New York. I've worked at too many radio stations.
Is it O?
Sorry.
Oh, is that a 2, a 7, a 1?
I almost forgot where it was. It's going to happen eventually. No, I know exactly where I am. I've been waiting my whole life to work here. Who are you kidding? Sophie and Anthony. What a day.
Got some instant feedback.
Yeah.
Opie.
Okay.
Tim in New York. The contest you guys had for the girl to show her boobs on the air on the Today Show.
Yeah.
Well, I would walk by every day to see if any girls were showing their boobs because I wanted to take pictures and send it to you guys. Well, thank you. The day I didn't bring my camera, a girl with these huge breasts lifted up her shirt and it had your names on each breast, but the camera people wouldn't tape her. It was the funniest thing I ever saw. I was so pissed I didn't have a camera. Just want to let you know because I don't hear you talking about it. Love you guys.
Well,
thank you.
Well, first of all, the contest is still going on.
Yeah.
All right. We're not talking about it much because, they're on to us a little bit here.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, ladies, if you are going down there and you're going to show your breasts, they're not going to tape you.
Yeah, you can't.
It's a family show. You can't go to the camera, hey, tape this.
It's like a terrorist bombing. They don't, announce that they're going to bomb and then blow something up.
Yeah.
It's got to happen.
It's got to happen. It's got to be a sneak attack.
Yes.
And the first lady that shows her naked breasts on the Today Show will be able to come down to the studio here.
Let me see that cash.
And collect. Here it is. Right there. $700.
Bucks.
And if you got Opie and Anthony or WNEW across your naked chest when you get on TV, we'll throw in a bonus of $100.
Yeah.
But this is an ongoing contest. First girl to do it wins the money. Simple as that.
Hasn't been done yet.
And I hope this guy continues to go down there to get the pictures for us, because we definitely need proof that a boobing did occur.
A boobing.
All right?
Great.
Okay. Hey, we need your help today. We're going to put a lot of people on the air. So if you got something that you want to discuss or you just want to hang out with us today, that's cool. 212-757-1027. 1027 WNEW, the Rock of New York, Radiohead, Karma Police off the OK Computer CD. You two in there in the Brian Setzer Orchestra. Good afternoon. It's Opie and Anthony.
Gives me chills, that sound.
I like the ending of that song, actually.
Hey, Dot in New Jersey. I thought that bra bingo was hysterical, but making fun of that poor family yesterday was totally tasteless. It seems every time I start to like you guys, you really go too far.
Well, we're not here to have people really like us. We're just here to make people laugh and
throw some stuff out there.
Well, we throw all this stuff out there and see what sticks, basically. I don't care if anyone likes me.
I just like the fact that no matter how tasteless we are, look at what the president's been up to.
Yeah, exactly.
It kind of exonerates us.
Yeah.
At least we don't have girls doing things to themselves with cigars.
Yeah. And we can't really worry about who likes us and hates us. We're just going to throw all this out there and see what happens. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Every time you make a joke, someone out there gets mad.
Right. Exactly.
Comedy hurts.
Sometimes.
You know? All we could say is we don't really have an agenda. If we pick on one group of people or one subject, we'll pick on it for a couple hours and then we'll move on to something else.
Yeah. We're like vultures, picking off of carcasses
all over the tri-state area.
That's all.
So
that's it.
So I'm sorry you didn't like the conversation on the two-headed girl yesterday, but I got to tell you, the email went nuts. People absolutely loved it.
Pretty split, though. There were a few people that didn't. The people that didn't really didn't like it.
Yeah.
They felt that we were making light of this family. I think we were just opening up a lot of questions that were popping up in people's minds.
Yeah, exactly.
And even because my mother called me this morning and ragged me about what we were saying yesterday about the two-headed girl. And then in the same breath she goes, but then we're driving and me and Sal started conversing about other things that we were thinking of with the two-headed girl. Like how could they, if they did get married and did do this.
Yeah.
So we were just opening up conversations all over the place.
We're just trying to make you use your noggin, I guess, because radio's so bland in the afternoon.
Please.
I mean, you could go right back to Rocky. I'm sure he's doing his knuckleheads in the news today or something stupid, or interviewing some celebrity that no one gives a flying F about. If that's what you want, it's right there for you. Just turn your dial to the left a little bit. He's there in all his fatness. And all his glory, all that exciting radio that comes through his mouth.
The heavy, heavy sound of Rocky.
You got choices on the radio, just move around the dial. I don't care. Hopefully we get enough people that like what we're doing here. Right?
All right.
Hi, NEW.
Hi, can you play that Chinese laundry Clinton bit?
Wow, you want to hear that again?
Yeah, I just heard about how good it was, and I have to hear it for myself.
All right, we can do that.
When? Before 5, please.
I'll do it right now.
Oh, you do it right now?
Yeah.
Great, thanks.
Bye. But hasn't everyone heard this by now? This is the last time we play this for a while.
Retire it.
All right, this is it. The last play of the Clinton call and the Chinese dry cleaner. 1027 WNEW, The Rock of New York. On the way, we got the latest from Sheryl Crow and some Zeppelin by request. It's Opie and Anthony.
Hey.
Well, what's the matter? What? Special report. Hold on. I'm getting my Bonnie update. Oh, Bonnie.
Where's Bonnie now? Very important to us. What's the matter?
Okay.
You all right?
Yeah, I just had to get my Bonnie update. I guess the storm has moved 10 miles closer in the last hour.
Wow. You needed to know that. I hope they interrupted every program on the news.
Okay. All right, there's the guys boarding up their homes. Haven't seen that footage for the last 20 years every time a freaking hurricane comes through. Oh, there's the big line of cars on the bridge trying to get out of town in time. Don't worry, the hurricane only goes 8 miles an hour and your car could go 60. I think you'll be okay. Jesus. Oh, and there's the wacky reporter on the beach with his hair blowing because the waves behind him are so ferocious.
Very dangerous.
Watch out, don't step into the water. You might get swept away by the riptide.
Well, we've had a couple of people in our area actually drown because of the effects of Bonnie.
What is the riptide deaths up to at this point?
I think we're up to 2 riptide deaths.
2 riptide deaths.
One guy, you might remember, he was in ankle-deep water with his girlfriend when he got swept out.
Yeah.
To sea, and they're still searching for his body. Rescuers. They call them rescuers. Might as well just get the grappling hook and start trolling for him.
Yeah, get a big net. There's no rescuing going on at that point.
And then another brain surgeon was on the beach with his wife and kids and decides to go for a swim on a beach with no lifeguards. The beach is closed. Obviously, red flags are waving, telling you not to swim. This genius goes for a swim.
And he's now lost?
No, they found him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, blew within a Smurf.
Well,
they pulled him up.
We're listening to the news on the way in today, and there was a bunch of daredevils that are going to try to swim in the riptide anyway because they love danger.
Yeah, I heard them.
So,
this gets us pumped up for it when somebody drowns.
Yeah.
You know, we go to the beach and it's going to be fun. I like it. It's a challenge. And I'm just hoping they drag his ass out of the water.
They're interviewing a couple that are going to stick it out. Woo, you're brave. Woo, woo-hoo. Same freaking coverage every hurricane that comes through, right?
I know. And this isn't even here.
What have we missed? They're interviewing the people that drove 100 miles inland just to make sure they're safe.
Yeah, I think it could pretty much stop at 10.
Yes, please. Oh, Christ.
Enough of the hurricane.
We need some good news.
I don't know. We already had the Monica.
Another terrorist bombing. We need something to get this off the front pages of the newspapers.
If it was up here, I wouldn't mind, but please.
Oh, wow, that looks pretty ferocious. A tree. A tree was swept away. Look at its roots. Oh, my God. I could just watch this forever. Oh, yeah, power lines are down. Yeah, that's what happens during a hurricane.
All right, enough already.
Look at this. Look at the shot of the roots. Woo! Wow, that looks scary. God. Bring these people to New York. This is where the real action's going on.
Yeah, there's no tree falling. There's cranes and bricks.
Yes.
And the weather's perfectly fine. Sunny, you're walking with your family. That's real fear.
You guys down the south are a bunch of... if you got anything to add to this mess all right, so you're reporting from the beach. Wow, big freaking deal.
Is that our hurricane coverage? Was that just our hurricane coverage, Opie?
Yes, there's our hurricane coverage,
right.
the cynical version.
Very good, you really need that.
Oh, whatever. If you got something to add to this mess, 212-757-1027. 1027 WNEW, The Rock of New York. The latest from Sheryl Crow. That song is called My Favorite Mistake off her CD, The Globe Sessions. I like that. Like that a lot. Got to get her up here for a little conversation. Maybe get her in the imaginary ballroom.
Oh, that would be nice.
Are we ever going to get anyone else in the imaginary ballroom? It's been a few weeks now.
I know. I don't know why. We haven't had anybody up here in a while.
Maybe people just don't want to play on our show.
Oh, yes, they do.
Take it personally that no one wants to visit us and play. Opie and Anthony. Got a fax here from Joe and Jeff. Opie and Andy.
Andy?
Oh,
That's your name. That's the problem with your name, Ope, not mine.
Yeah.
My name is Anthony.
And I say it clearly. I go, hey, you're hanging with Opie and Anthony.
Yeah, but the whole Opie name, kind of, you would think, you get that whole Mayberry thing, and people think it's Andy.
Yeah, that's true. And a lot of people think the show's called Opie and Anthony.
Yeah, can I speak with Openimony and Anthem? What?
Whatever. It's Opie and it's Anthony.
All right, what do they want?
We caught the tail end of the skit about the F word. We knock off at 5:30. Could you please play it again before 5 or around 5 o'clock, Joe and Jeff?
All right.
We can do that.
Yeah, we can.
And if you got something, 212-757-1027. Coming back with Van Halen, and then we'll do the F word, and we'll move right along here. 1027 WNEW, the Rock of New York. Eddie Money, 2 tickets to Paradise. Speaking of tickets, Anthony,
are you doing a wacky radio segue?
That's right.
Wait, hold on. That's insane, Opie.
Speaking of tickets, WNEW wants to send you to the B.B. King Musical Festival at the Beacon Theater on September 9th. Listen tomorrow morning to the Dave Herman Rock and Roll Morning Show for your chance to win, only on the Rock of New York, WNEW.
You're wax-zanerific.
Thank you. It's Opie and Anthony. Phone's going absolutely nuts today, but no one really has anything to add to this lovely show today. But
it's a strange day.
It is a strange day. Not much going on in the news, and I think I can speak for everyone. We are sick of hearing about Hurricane Bonnie, and we're sick of hearing about Monica Lewinsky.
Yeah, and they're one thing they have in common, they both blow.
Thank you very much.
Oh, how about that for a joke?
And it was kind of like a radio segue there, too.
I'm insane.
Yes, you are. You got to get the whistle.
Which one?
So we could do the lesbian gym teacher bit.
Oh, I know, yeah, my regular
get us
gym
a whistle. Is there any whistles in the NEW building?
A gymnasium whistle.
A gymnasium whistle?
With the little cork ball.
Because Anthony's got one of the funniest bits ever, but he needs the whistle.
I want to find a whistle.
Well, we'll see what happens. Maybe before the hour's up, someone will find us a whistle for a bit.
All right.
We're desperate today. Please, someone find a whistle. We have nothing else today. Yankees lost the first game of the doubleheader. Angels got them 6-4. Second game is at like 7 o'clock. What are they, taking a couple hours off to have dinner?
I guess.
A little bizarre. And Sammy Sosa hit his 52nd homer today, one behind Mark McGwire. Actually, we got another lady on the line that wants to comment about the thing we saw last night on the Guinness Book of World Records TV show.
That's not the world's record show. That's the freak show. It's a traveling freak show on television.
You know, before last night, I think the sickest thing I've ever seen on TV was Joe Theismann snapping his leg. Remember that? Remember that?
How could you forget?
And I'm talking regular TV, because there's a lot of sick stuff on cable TV and pay-per-view and all that. But last night had to be the sickest thing I've ever seen. They had a guy who had cancer eat away half his face. So how do you explain it, Ant? Like the cancer ate away above his eyebrows, right in the middle of his forehead, kinda, and then it went down into a triangle, right?
Yeah, so his eyes are still there.
His eyes were still there, and the triangle took his nose completely off his face.
Yeah, his nose, parts of his cheeks.
And most of his lip, right?
Yeah,
his upper lip.
upper lip.
And it went right across. Basically, because of the cancer, you could fit a softball through the middle of this guy's face.
Yeah, it's just like if he was laying down on his back and you had to take a chip shot and you hit his face with your wedge and took a big divot out.
Yeah.
And you didn't replace the divot.
So what was the record they set with this guy yesterday? I'm still trying to figure it out.
I think it was the most prostheses.
On a human being?
Yeah, because he had a snap-on face.
Yeah, well,
and snap-on ear.
Well, they were showing the snap-on pieces. I've never seen this before. It was pretty wild. They showed guys that were taking their ears off. They could snap them on and off.
Oh.
And then they showed the guy with the missing face. And they warned everyone that what you're about to see could be the sickest thing you'll ever see in your life.
Ever.
And it didn't disappoint, that's for sure. All of a sudden, the guy just takes his face off.
A face full of chop meat.
Just like that scene in Men in Black.
Yeah.
The restaurant scene where half the face comes off. The guy takes this big, huge nose off, and all of a sudden you're looking into the middle of his skull.
Disgusting.
And if that's not bad enough, then what does he do? He takes his dentures out.
Mm-hmm.
So now his whole face is caved in, and you're saying, oh, my God, this guy is alive, and he has no face, except for two eyes. I challenge anyone out there to tell me something sicker they've seen on regular TV.
God, that is disgusting.
And the listeners have disappointed us because I know a lot of people haven't seen this yet. So I'm asking the cyber geeks out there, if you're online, to try to find pictures of the guy that takes his half his face off.
Yeah, give us the address.
Because the internet has everything.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's pictures of this guy somewhere because he's been around a while. All right. Hi, Eddie W.
Hi, I saw that Guinness Book of World Record show last night. I had to walk away because it was so disgusting. They were like, my kids couldn't wait to see this guy pull his friggin' nose off his face.
It was more than his nose. It was half his face.
But what does he do when he gets a head cold? Okay? We were just like...
How does he keep that area clean? Is he able to take a shower? I mean, does he... there's so many questions. It was definitely the sickest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Honest to God, when you guys said it today, I said yes. Now, I've seen the two-headed girl before.
Yeah.
I've seen her before. That's pretty friggin' weird. But
that was just weird and pretty freaky, but last night was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
Me out.
Yeah.
I mean, my 9-year-old, to tell you, she couldn't wait to see it on TV.
Well, he's got the best Halloween costume ever.
Oh, but think about it. And then he had the thing with the different color mustaches on it?
Yeah.
Because it went over his lip?
Yeah.
What the hell was that?
I don't know.
I mean, when his nose runs, where does it go?
Right into his mouth. Oh, God, stop it. I don't think his nose runs because he doesn't have one.
He's got to have congestion.
His nose runs. It ran away.
When he gets a head cold, does it come out his ears? I mean, come on.
It was sick. Very good. I'm telling you. Anyone who saw the Guinness Book of World Records last night will never be the same. That's the reaction we've been getting all afternoon long, people that saw that last night.
Oh, how they show that. Yeah.
Well, next week, they're going to try to top it. They got footage of a guy that was attacked by the flesh-eating virus.
Flesh-eating virus.
And they showed a coming attraction where half his side is missing.
Well, what that has to do with world records? I have no clue.
Who cares?
They've turned the show into just a big freak show.
It's great. I thought I was desensitized until last night. I finally saw something that really disturbed me.
How does that guy just... He can't go out anywhere.
He says
he would run in fear.
He says he lives a normal life. Normal life. You're Mr. Potato Head, and no one notices that you can snap on your face and snap it back on.
Does he have different faces? Yeah, different noses.
Right, for different occasions.
Yeah. I'm going to go with the chiseled nose today. I think I'll look very attractive with this nose snapped in my face.
Unbelievable. Very good. Oh. This is a good email for the faithful listeners. You know how we played the Hi Mom game? Mm-hmm. We've played Hi Mom, I'm in porno. Hi Mom, I'm gay. Hi Mom, what else?
In jail.
Hi Mom, I'm in jail. I still have to find the one. We'll play it again. It's called Hi Mom, I got fired from work for masturbating. That's a classic.
Good one.
And Hi Mom, I'm having a sex change operation. It's pretty good too. But anyways, this guy writes, Open Ant, here's a new one for the Hi Mom series. Hi, Mom. I'm porking a two-headed, splooge-stained wench with a cigar fetish, a removable face, and she has a walker with wheels and handbrakes, and I think I'm in love. Got to be a faithful listener of the show to appreciate that humor. Very good. I like when you guys think. On the way, we got The Who, we got Pearl Jam, and whatever you want to add. 212-757-1027. To $1,000. But if some reporter's doing a live shot somewhere in New York, you get behind him, and instead of waving and looking like a complete idiot, you flash your boobs, we'll give you a quick 100. It's fair, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I'm into that. You see this, more Viagra deaths? Enough with the Viagra, guys. I think it's human nature, I think, to want to stay young, but I don't think the Viagra thing's working. 69 deaths. 60, nice number. To the Viagra, I know. 69 deaths. What a coincidence. Yeah, right. But I think a lot of younger guys are taking Viagra to try to increase their sexuality.
Well, younger guys are just taking it just to see what happens.
Get the rush, yeah. I think that's who's taking the majority of Viagra. I think when old people take it, this happens. You've got to just accept nature sometimes, people. If you're old, it doesn't work anymore, there's probably a reason for it. You know why? Because your ticker can't take it. That's why these guys are dropping dead. And then not only the guys, you got to think of the women in this case. We've said this before.
Oh, no.
The guys can take a pill and be fine and dandy, right?
And ready to go.
They're ready to go.
Sure.
Do you think the women want this after so many years of inactivity? Do you think it's healthy for them? They don't have a pill that makes it so they could accept this. I've said this before. Let me put it in terms I think people can understand.
Okay.
A house.
Yeah.
You see a nice new house?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's nice. It looks fresh. It's new.
Yeah.
Paint. The door works. There's people coming and going. It's alive all the time.
Yes.
It smells good.
It's a place you want to throw a party.
That's right. It's a new house. It's meant to entertain it.
Yes, the grass is well groomed.
Right.
Right.
The lawn. The man is proud of his house.
Yes.
Hey, you go around the corner and there's that old place that the kids been throwing rocks at. The porch is sagging. The door creaks. You can barely get it open. Smells all musty. There's cobwebs there.
Sure.
Things don't work. It's dusty.
Yeah.
The lawn is overgrown. It's all ratty. Place stinks. Only a nut would go in there. And then all of a sudden, somebody decides they're going to entertain in the place.
Have a party.
They're going to have a party. The place hasn't been renovated in years. The plumbing don't work. There's going to be a party. I think the place should be condemned. Never mind trying to throw parties in this place.
That's a great way to look at the whole Viagra issue, Anthony.
Oh, we're talking about Viagra?
Yes,
I forgot.
You're a sick F, man. Very good. All right. Harvey Danger next. Stay there. 27 WNEW, the Rock of New York, 7 Mary 3, over your shoulder. Hanging with Opie and Anthony. Anything on the instant feedback, or is that slowing down now, huh?
No, for some reason it's very slow today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, everyone is too busy using their computers to see where Hurricane Bonnie's at right now.
I was just doing that.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Come on.
I like watching the radar picture of it just spinning.
It's spinning along at 10 miles an hour. Woof.
Well, they say it's going to go out to sea before it hits us.
Yeah.
But my computer models say it's going to hit us.
Anthony.
What?
You're going to freak out everyone in Manhattan here.
I could be just as good as the weathermen.
Well, where are your credentials that you know more than Al Roker?
Got your credentials. I don't have credentials. I could say it just like they do. I'm looking at the Doppler 4000.
Okay.
I'm looking at the satellite photos.
Yes.
And the radar photos.
Yeah.
And I say that it's going to hit us.
All right. Does anyone know what the Doppler 4000 looks like?
It looks just like the Doppler 3000, only better.
Really?
Yeah.
They brag about something on TV that I have no idea what it is.
Well, you have access to it on the computer, so it doesn't make it that special. Makes it just as good as any porn site. I go to the Doppler... I'm not kidding. I go to the Doppler 4000 site. Yeah. I could see the Doppler 4000. Okay. And I click away is Mindy.
All right. We got a fax here from a doctor. To the radio show. Uh-oh. That's usually not good. I heard you talk of the man with the facial prostheses. Mm-hmm. While this may be difficult for many to view, this is a part of my practice, and I have done many of these prostheses.
Wow.
These patients are heroes. Want to get the doctor on the air to talk about this?
Heroes. They look like heroes. Meatball heroes. Parmesan. Well, that guy snapped that face off?
Yes, the guy who snapped the face off on the Guinness Book of World Records last night. We've been talking about it off and on today. Let's get the doctor's point of view and see what it's all about.
All right.
We'll do that in just a bit, and we got to play some tunes, too. Pink Floyd, how's that sound?
Okay, which one?
I don't know. We'll do some from Dark Side of the Moon.
Okay.
All right, and Days Anew next. 1027 WNEW, the Rock of New York with Green Day, Time of Your Life from the Nimrod CD. It's Opie, it's Anthony, and we're calling up the doctor to find out more about these snap-on prostheses that we saw in the Guinness Book of World Records last night.
Well, it's one of the most disturbing things I've ever seen.
Where the guy took most of his face off and could snap it back on, no problem. And he had snap-on ears, and supposedly his eyeball, he could pop that out too.
At that point, I mean, why bother?
Well, this doctor's going to explain it, hopefully. He sent us a fax, and he wants to set us straight, I guess. See if we can get him on the line here.
Hello?
Hi, is the doctor in?
Speaking.
It's Opie and Anthony. Can we put you on the air?
Yeah, sure.
So tell us more about these snap-on prostheses.
Well, when patients have a resection due to a cancer, we make some impressions and molds, and we restore the missing body parts. It's unfortunately it's a fairly common thing.
Now you got to make an impression before you remove the nose, I guess.
Most often, if you're lucky enough to have good people who you work with, you can get that advantage and be able to take an impression beforehand.
Yeah, but if I'm going to lose my nose or something else to cancer, I'd rather get like a model's nose put back on.
They're custom made, they're custom tried in, and then the patients do get the opportunity to say, I want a little hook or a bump or, a mole or this or that.
Pinocchio.
Do they look realistic when you do them?
They do look realistic, but of course, you have normal living tissue that's movable and everything around it, and then, when the prosthesis is on, it's a fixed, stationary, immovable appliance, so to speak.
Like
so when a patient
Mr.
smiles,
Potato Head.
The nose doesn't move with it, and you hope that the prosthesis is thin enough where it's adherent to the skin that it will stay on in place.
Oh, wow.
They're custom tinted for every patient, so they look very natural. There are people who you see every day on the street in Manhattan who you walk past who have prostheses on their body.
Custom tinted. Yeah, that would be funny if like a black guy had a white one. Wow, that's amazing. It's like the Face Club for men.
Well, I'll tell you, the black patient is a very difficult color to achieve.
Is it?
Because the silicone, which is a medical grade silicone, is actually clear in color, and to create that black tint is very difficult to do.
Because it was invented by the white man.
Okay, continue.
Now, what's the wildest reconstruction you've done?
Just what you described.
You've done a whole face?
Pretty much.
What was that, like somebody blowing smoke out their nose for the whole life or something?
Well, not really. Lots of different reasons why patients lose body parts, and one of the reasons that these cancers grow to be such unbelievable sizes and colors is fear of going to a physician and finding out the inevitable that it is a cancer and it does need to be treated.
Wow.
So the unfortunate thing is these patients then become
Robo-face.
They stay inside the house. So finally, once they get the surgery and once they get reconstructed, then they're able to actually assume a more normal life, and they are much happier.
Man.
Now, what happens, like a woman called early and said, what happens when you have a cold and your nose is running?
As you or somebody mentioned on the radio, it will drain directly into the mouth and down your throat, as we all have a postnasal drip.
I'm speechless. What I saw last night was the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen in my life.
Well, I'd love to see it because I have a feeling that I may have run across this guy.
Well, the guy completely took the front of his face off. Supposedly he had a fake eye, too, but he didn't take the eye out. Then he took his dentures out, and his whole face was just caved in where you could honestly throw a softball through it.
That's right. I mean, many times you make the facial part, the nose and the cheeks and the lower orbit, or including the eye, and it all connects together either with magnets or we use dental implants now. And we can put them in various bone of the face, of the cranium, and they can snap into place. We make bars that they clip onto, magnets that the dentures attach to them.
That's like Mr. Potato Head.
Well, it is, but everything fits in its own spot. You can't move the nose to different areas.
That would be fun.
Snap your nose and where your ear goes.
Can you imagine to get real drunk and decide to move your pieces around?
You're like a Picasso walking around.
I'll tell you this: there are plenty of people who are in the public limelight who have prostheses, and you don't know it.
Get out of here.
Give us the name.
No, I can't give a name.
Oh, wow. Who? Bill Clinton, right?
People.
That big red schnoz isn't Bill Clinton's.
Well, I never met him, so I couldn't tell you.
All right.
It's not a gruesome thing. Imagine now these people can go and visit with their grandchildren and their children, and it's really a wonderful thing.
Oh, the grandchildren visiting? What are you kidding me? When I was scared to kiss my grandma when she grew that stupid mustache.
Well,
I can't imagine that her face comes apart.
And my grandfather used to be so cruel. He used to pop his dentures out and chase us around. Imagine if Grandpa could pull his whole face off. Hey, come here, give Grandpa a kiss. Ah!
Well, it's a good service for these people, and they're really not that. They're lovely people, and they're just looking for help.
I understand that. We're making a few jokes, but
I understand the jokes. I won't go down that road.
That's okay. I respect you for that. But Doc, thanks for spending a few minutes with us today.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right, man. Thanks for listening too.
Thank you. Enjoy your show.
Thank you.
Opie and Anthony.
102.7 WNEW, the Rock of New York with the Pretenders. The latest from John Mellencamp. Before that, Your Life Is Now off his latest CD. It's Opie and Anthony. Hey, and We got a ton of phone calls here on hold. Want to grab one here?
Yeah.
Hi, what's up?
Well, I'm trying to find out what time that show is on. That Good Morning, what's it called, Today Show?
Wow, where are you from?
Well, I don't watch much television because that hour isn't an hour I can watch TV. But I'm trying to, I live in New York.
That's some laugh you got there, huh?
Yeah, I was told I sounded like Horseshack as a kid.
I must have chased that share of dates away.
I don't know. It might have gotten me some, too. Who knows? It was unique.
You're funny.
Well, thank you. So are you guys. You're the best. But I want to find out about what hours you have to be there in front of NBC. Now, stop making me laugh.
I love that.
Well, they start taping at 7 in the morning.
And when's it over?
9.
7 to 9.
7 to 9. They go out with the camera. They have the camera set up, and they do the live shot when, like, Al Roker's out there or Katie
I
Couric.
was just asking my friend about it, but she wasn't sure of the hours either. So I wanted to call and check it with you guys.
Well, there you go. There you have it.
All right.
Good luck to you.
Yeah, well, I hope I can make it in that early. All right.
You can't be for real. All right, have a great night.
Okay, bye.
Opie and Anthony.
1027 WNEW, The Rock of New York. The latest from Creed off their debut CD. That's a song called What's This Life For? Off the My Own Prison CD. And if you're looking for something new and different, the Creed CD rocks all the way through.
Yeah.
We've been playing My Own Prison on the radio. We've played What's This Life For now. And there's another song called Torn that is really, really good. But, I mean, from beginning to end, it's a really good piece of music. So,
especially those that are going through their Pearl Jam withdrawals. You know?
I'm going to argue that point with you. They do not sound like Pearl Jam, Matt.
It's a similar vocal, though.
You got to listen closer.
Can't accidentally sound like that, but I'm not saying he's ripping them off either, because I like it.
That's what people said about Stone Temple Pilots when they first came out.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I think Creed's more talented than that, actually.
I swore in the air 2 nights ago I'd smack anyone that said to me, hot enough for you? All right? But I got to warn you, too, don't go outside.
Why?
Today is by far the most overwhelmingly muggy, oppressive day. It's like walking through lukewarm motor oil, walking down the street.
Really?
It's just disgusting.
Yeah, Matt, we wouldn't know that. I mean, we were outside earlier.
Yeah,
what do you
we're
mean?
in great AC now.
Oh, yeah,
We
were outside.
Hey, what's happening with Bonnie, by the way? You hear anything?
Yes, I've been keeping tabs on Bonnie. Quite frankly, I want to show that I am a good weatherman.
Yes, go ahead, Anthony.
I have noticed that it has slowed down significantly, enough for them to change the possible track a little further north than they were before. Oh,
really?
What was I saying before, huh?
You said that there's a very, very good possibility that this thing is going to come very close to us.
I've looked back at past hurricane tracks while we've been sitting here, and I see Bertha. Hurricane Bertha a couple of years back, remember that?
The name.
Took the same track.
We all remember what Bertha did, too.
That's right. I'm going to go on record as saying this could give us a little more trouble than they're saying right now.
Where do you think the eye of the storm is going to hit on land eventually, Anthony?
Where do I think?
Yeah, I want
Toledo, Ohio. That's what my storm track has it.
Okay, very good. I'm going to trust you before I trust Al Roker. So
I don't know. Yeah, that's just it. All these weather geeks. There seems to be a low-pressure trough up the East Coast that is going to take Bonnie away to our south and east.
I love these guys.
Shut up.
You know...
This is their big excitement.
Yeah, of course it is.
I brought out adjectives to describe the barometer.
Well, what I wanted to discuss really fast, the weather geeks like to make us look completely like complete idiots when we watch their forecast. Just tell me if I need an umbrella tomorrow. I don't need to know about high pressures, low pressures, barometric pressure.
Oh, don't you have to know the record for temperature was set back in 1845? Oh, great. That helps me out. Do I need galoshes?
Yeah, exactly.
105-mile-an-hour winds. In layman's terms, they should just say, listen, the dude next door's lawn furniture is going to go through your forehead. All right?
There you go.
Don't leave the house. That's what it should be.
All right. We're outie. Thanks for listening today. Matt Devotie will, continue the madness, I guess. Yeah, do you do anything wacky on your show?
Oh, sure.
Or
you want the wacky horn?
You know, I was looking for that.
Will that help your show, Matt?
Oh, yeah, because when I do that Clapton, Creed, and segue, man, I need the wacky horn.
You got to be Zanerific.
You know, me and Anthony have been here 2.5 months now, and I just discovered something. Me and you are the only completely mental patients here on the radio.
I know.
Because then I tune in the rest of the day, and it's like, are we supposed to be sounding like everyone else? No one told us this when we got here.
No, we were just shown the studio.
Well, like, you guys all play it straight-laced, you know. You got the music knowledge and the kick-ass segues.
And we're telling women to flash their boobs on the Today Show.
Yeah, I got to admit, though, I leave it up to my stalkers in the evening on the phone line. They can do all the strange stuff for me.
I think maybe we were supposed to play it straight here. I wish someone would have told us in the beginning.
No.
You want to be a boss jack?
I could be a boss jack.
Like a 70s boss jack, Opie?
Sure.
What song are you going to go into? You going to talk it up? You're going to hit the post? Op-wop? Appy?
All right, we better get out of here.
We better get out of here before we get in trouble?
Yeah, because you're going to play.
What track you playing?
All right.
What cut?
Nobody in the world says track at home.
He's cutting some hot wax.
No, actually, you know what I want to do for our show, actually? I want to sound like CBS FM, everyone.
We need the echo, though.
We need the echo.
Hello, love, Ron Lundy, CBS FM.
You do that. I'll do the ID around you. Go ahead.
You need that.
And the music just keeps on coming, baby.
Ron Lundy, hello, love, CBS FM.
Sounds like they're broadcasting from a gymnasium, like we're supposed to, you know, they can play basketball while they do their radio show.
Perfectly styled men's room in high school, you know.
I am BB.
All right, this is way